You've been running ads on Meta and now your media buyer is saying, hey, we need better signal, or uh-oh, the conversions API is down. And these things don't make any sense. I'm going to show you the two ways of doing it and how one is just far superior when it comes to managing, updating, and making sure your signal to Meta ads is the most best possible, phenomenal, bar none, absolute best connection you can possibly make. Because if you're spending a lot of money and you're trying to get that ROI, you need to have a good signal. Let's hop into the most dreaded UI for any business owner, is the automation builder, where you're like, oh my goodness, these things can get so big so fast and we don't know what to have happen. Let's just say we have a very simple workflow. Someone books a call, they submit a form, they then get on a call, we then sell them something, they then purchase something, and it's done via an SOW. So how would we do that? The first thing you do is you come in here to an automation, you'd set up some sort of system, and you're like, hey, when the form submits, then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna have the Meta Conversions API, and then we'll either use the integration or the ads manager, and we're not sure which one, but let's just go with integration. We'll then paste our access token, copy the data set ID, and then we're gonna put the number of lead event and then the value that could potentially be updated or whatever else there, and then we're gonna save this action. Okay. I just sped run that for you because it's kind of boring and there's a million videos out there on how to do it. So what happens on the next event? So now you have to say, hey, I want to update this trigger to fire when there's a form submitted or call booked, or we have another automation for call booked, or we have another trigger that leads to being split. Those are our options inside of here, and I dread every time I see someone pull this up and there's a matrix of conversion actions for different tags being added, or lead forms being downloaded, or SOWs being sent, or pipeline stages updated. And that is the whole reason why Hello Conversions exists. So let me just show you what it looks like in here. So this is one for one of our clients, Vision Labs. They're okay with us sharing it, and it's a sister company actually. So if you hop into settings and you have Vision Labs and you say, hey, I want to go to pipelines. We just built out a new funnel for webinars. Okay. So this is what we're optimizing for, is that we have a registered through form and then we have a confirmation. What we can do here is we can literally come in here and say, okay, cool. Registered through form is the pipeline stage that our team has set up. I'm going to toggle that on. We're going to turn on the conversions API, and that is it. It will now show up in Meta, no questions asked. The second thing I could do is add a custom value. So say, for example, we don't know what a registration is, but I'm willing to pay $10. I'd love to spend $10 per registration. Now we are off to the races. I just hit save, and Bob's your uncle. We are now fully integrated to the Conversions API. The second question I often get is, what about when you have something that's more complex? We have tags or we have other things like that. This is where we can come in here to say a new connection. We can say, I want to say when a specific product is purchased or any purchase. I could do when a tag is removed or a contact is created, opportunity change, and I can add any combination of filters I'd like to here. And then this is going to create that connection to Meta and manage it, update it, and structure it. This is a demo account for the Vision Lab, so we have 100% failure rate, but we monitor it for you. We email you when things go down, and it's 100% under our purview to make sure you have the best signal to Meta. So let me just cap that. Is one, you can do that with inside of the automation, and you have to really make sure you know where all these pieces are being stored, or come over here. What we do behind the scenes, this is like the absolute most phenomenal thing that has been done. So behind the scenes is if you have a longer deal cycle. So say, for example, you come in here and you say, hey, we've got on one end, someone becomes a lead, they then schedule a call, they then hop on the call, they then get sold, they review the SOW, they have a follow-up call, and then they purchase. How do we send that final purchase or that final SOW sent back to Meta? Well, that's what we created these pipelines for, is that you can literally come in here and say, hey, here's a sales pipeline, submit application, booked call, sales qualified lead, non-qualified lead, SOW sent, short, long, and then long-term nurture. And which ones do we want to actually be sent? It's so easy to do, and we can do them all from right here. On top of that, you can do this entire setup through Claude or Gemini or Cowork. All you have to do is come down here, generate your MCP API, and then just go follow the documentation. That is all. It is one of the most easy setups, and behind the scenes, we manage your click IDs, we manage the context windows, we manage everything on your behalf. So that was a rapid fire tutorial on how to do this in the two different ways, one on the automations and one with inside of Hello Conversions.